How's it going? I'm sure you're wondering about this right here. This is not so much of a prop, but this is the Chemex if you don't know. And I don't talk about it much. So let's talk about it right now. Well, I recommend this coffee brewer right now. I think it's not really so much complicated, but I would say yes and no. Look at it. Put a filter on top, you know, but let me get something for you. And people may say a lot of times when they're dealing with the Chemex is that on one side it's one-sided, and then on the other side it's three-sided, and there's no way to really even that out. So that could be one of the drawbacks still with the Chemex, is that you get an uneven amount of filter on one side versus the other. But will I really recommend it to you? No, because you can put this exact same filter inside of a Hario V60 or any other type of cone drip type of filter. It can work that way. This thing, I can't remember how much it's going for right now. When I paid for it, it was about 40, 50 bucks, something like that, many years ago. It's probably more. This is the 6-cup version, and I liked it a lot. You know, I thought about it earlier today, is that when I think about the Chemex, I think about the times where it was actually my first real introduction into pour over. I don't know if you're into pour over or not. I am. I love filters. I love the clarity that coffee can be with a filtered type of coffee. And after I moved past a French press, this was the next thing on my radar. And I love how simple it is. You know, I like the fact that the vessel is also the coffee brewer. You know, that's probably one of the coolest things about it. Of course, the design is pretty cool, but I think that what this brewer does more than anything to me is that it's perfect for a crowd. It gets the crowd talking. It gets them like, wow, you can make coffee out of this? How do you make coffee out of this? And I think that's the beauty of the Chemex. That's what you can't get from most brewers out there, besides probably the French press that is really big, you know? How big it is. I like this version a lot better than the other one. But this is a conversational piece. And if you are all about more than just beyond the coffee, tasting the way it tastes, this is a great item to get, because this gets people talking. Of course, about coffee, about the design and everything, but it could venture off into talking about cheese or what you're doing in the summer. So if you want a conversational piece when you're entertaining people, this is the perfect brewer for you. Why wouldn't you get this? One, is kind of expensive. I can check the price of it later on for you, you know, or you can check it out for yourself, you know, so you can see how much it is. They have so many different sizes. They have the 3-cup, which is a weird size, personal size. If you were to get the Chemex, just start with the 6. I've had all the way to a 10-cup. I think they make up to a 12 or 13-cup. But those are for like, I mean, if you're making a lot of coffee, you're making a lot of coffee. And the drawback I do see with the Chemex is that you can't really use any other filters. If you do, the filter will just seep right through, because it needs to be able to hold up into all the different brews, because the Chemex, as you can see, there's no like safety net to really hold the filter besides this thick filter. But yeah, will I recommend it? No, not really. But again, if you are doing something in a gathering in front of people, I think that's where it shines. I think that's where, if you're more into entertaining people, this is the perfect brewer for you. If you want more clarity in a cup, more different variety, then I would recommend other brewers, because, you know, You can get that out of other brewers that are also a lot cheaper. So I wanted to only bring this up mainly because I think that the Chemex does have a place. At least in my heart, at least in my life, it has. Not so much anymore. Whenever I do pick it up, I do think about all the great times that I've had drinking coffee from this vessel, from this pourer, from this brewer. It's because it was more so about the people. It was about touching or talking to people or getting to know people in a way to where it's kind of hard to get to, you know, when you meet somebody or you talk to an old friend, you know. But the Chemex is one of those devices that really gets you close to people. And if that's your jam, that's what you want to do, this is the perfect brewer for you. You know, like with anything and everything, everything has a drawback. Nothing is perfect. And that's what you want, go for it. This is the Chemex. I don't know if I will talk about it some more. The recipes are what they are. If I do talk about it, it's going to be more in a frame of the Hario B60 because you can put the exact same filter on top of it and you can produce the same type of Chemex type of coffee taste. But you know, to each their own. So I just wanted to share with you a little bit of what I thought about the Chemex, and let me know what you think about it. Do you have one already? If you don't, you're kind of curious, you're wondering why you would use it. I think the options that I've given you are some that are extremely important, and hopefully that you may have another reason to want to pick up the Chemex or not. Let's talk about it. Talk to you later. Bye.